Dangote is back. Oh, hey, this is Dr. Perry Brimer. I have not been talking about Nigeria team for long, but I have to talk. Dangote is back. I have made video upon video upon video on the style that Dangote used to collapse Nigeria into his pocket. And that is why the United States called him Beggar-thy-countrymen. He's Beggar-thy-countrymen, aka Dangote, Beggar-thy-countrymen. Get rich by turning all your countrymen into beggars. The ones that happened in the past, I explained it in all my articles. I've written article, video, article on the way this man monopolies that he installs that has made him the richest man in Africa and has made Nigerians the poorest people in the world. It's a siphon, monopolistic siphon. So when we explained the one he did with rice, the one he has been doing with cement, when we explained those ones, some of you were too young, some of you were not yet born, you did not see how it happens. Now he has built refinery, and in your faces you are seeing the battle. If it was Obasanjo there now, Obasanjo would have banned importation of petrol. So you will see what the Nigerian government responded to him. If it was Obasanjo, Obasanjo would have gone ahead, banned importation of petrol, placed a monopoly for Dangote's refinery. It's a competitive world, capitalist world. He would have placed the monopoly for the refinery, then the Nigeria petrol price will be the highest in the world. Because if you look at our cement price, if you look at all the prices of things that the Demo Basanjo installed monopolies for Dangote on, Nigeria will have 3 times the price than the average in the world. Now again, he has made refinery. Sell your petrol where you want to sell it. You are now compete with the foreign petrol. Dangote. In our faces, we are watching how this monopoly operates. That's what this battle is about. I just paid attention to it. I do not care. I have more important things to do. But I just looked at it, and that's what this battle is about again. Dangote is trying to force the government. He say, "Oh, I'm old. What do I care? Money." He wants to pack money into his grave. I don't know. He's trying to force the government to install a monopoly to force Nigerians to buy his quality of petrol, whether the quality is good, bad, ugly, whatever price, to stop importation. Let them import and sell your own and compete fairly. Otherwise, go and throw your refinery into the garbage can. Now you can watch what the reaction of the Nigerian official said, and you can see my old clip on when I've been describing the problem of this man and why we are so poor, poorest country, poorest people in the world. Nigeria have the most poor people in the world. It's because of
concerns about supply of petroleum products nationwide, and the claims by some media houses that we're trying to scuttle Dangote Refinery. That is not so. Dangote Refinery is still in the pre-commissioning stage. It has not been licensed yet. We haven't licensed them yet. They're still in pre-commissioning. I think they're about 45% completion rather. So we cannot rely heavily on one refinery to feed the nation, because the Dangote is requesting that we should suspend or stop all importation of petroleum products, especially AGO and jet kero, and direct all marketers to the refinery. That is not good for the nation in terms of energy security, and that is not good for markets because of monopoly. So in terms of quality, currently the AGO quality in terms of sulfur is the lowest as far as West African requirement of 50 ppm. Dangote Refinery, as well as some modular refineries like Walter Smith's Refinery, Arade Refinery, they're producing between 650 to 1,200 ppm. So in terms of quality, their quality is much, much inferior to the imported quality.
Now here's a throwback clip from my articles and videos since 2013 on how Dangote chronically runs Nigeria into the ground and fattens his pocket by imposing monopolies on the nation.
Dangote has said his own. Dangote has said corruption is a job. He said corruption is a profession. Nigeria never fails to deliver. The biggest looter in Africa, maybe in the whole world, is telling some people that they do not have job. that they are talking out of joblessness. The person behind the joblessness of not just Nigeria, but the joblessness of the whole Africa, because Nigeria at a stage before Dangote came into the scene used to support neighboring African countries. We used to pay salaries of countries when they could not, until Dangote came into the scene. 1970s. In the 70s, after his uncle gave him money, First of all, when you're talking about people who have made money, you talk of people like Mark Cuban, Americans make money from zero. Dangote first inherited money from his uncle, I think Dan Tata or something, $500,000. That's not a job. Then he is the number one beneficiary, parasite of Nigeria. Leech, Obasanjo, first term. I'm not talking about Obasanjo's second term. Obasanjo's first term. All Obasanjo did was held on to Dangote and said, I will make you a billionaire as long as you support me financially and politically forever. Because once you're a politician, you have to find somebody on the outside to help you loot the country silly, a private individual. And that's what Obasanjo used Dangote for. Do not take it from me. Take it from Dangote's friends, his American friends. You always see him with Bill Gates and other of these people. Take it from his American friends. How did they describe him? They call Dangote Beggar-thy-countrymen. They say his business model, you see it from US cables in WikiLeaks, Dangote's business model is called Beggar-thy-countrymen. Get rich by making the whole country poor. You have a friend in the government, he had Obasanjo in the government. As WikiLeaks says, you can see it here, that all the things on the ban list, import ban list from that time, and the thing still keeps repeating, Jonathan did it for him again. The things on the import ban list are the things that Dangote has interest in. So whatever Dangote they want to build Dangote on, they ban it. The other thing that the Obasanjo did that time, they said, Dangote said himself that Obasanjo gave him, compelled him to import so much rice that the local market crashed. What Obasanjo used to do is he will block other people from importing, give Dangote sole importation rights. If I carry any of the Arewa youth, no, they are too brilliant for Dangote's level. They are not on his level at all. They are too good for him. If I carry a blind, cripple, mute, no, a blind cripple is too much for Dangote's level. When you're talking about people who are desperate, greedy, rotten criminal, looters, you don't compare them with even people with disability. If I carry a winch, a retarded winch, and I give that winch sole importation right, that winch will become a billionaire immediately. It's the simple parasitic way of getting rich on the back of the country. This is how Obasanjo in the 70s gave Dangote sole importation right. And by Dangote's own words, he was compelled by Obasanjo to import so much rice that he crashed the local market. Dangote killed all the rice farmers in Nigeria. He killed all of them. He and Obasanjo killed the local market. His own words, was compelled to import so much rice that he killed the local market, killed farming in Nigeria. Now, after he has bought the land of the farmers, then Buhari are giving him to be, hey, Dangote is producing all this rice. After you kill the farmers, the same thing happened with Boko Haram. Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen are on a mission. The mission is from the Illuminati. The mission is to destroy local farming in the farming belt so that the Dangotes can buy up the land and take over the farming. Now, let's go back to this Dangotes. How he said the Arewa youths are jobless. Oh my God. After Obasanjo gives him sole importation rights, they give him tax exemptions, duty free. Dangote controlled a whole port in the south that he controlled. He brings in anything he wants, any machine. He pays no duties to Nigerian government. If you give that to the retarded winch will become billionaire. He's stealing Nigeria's money because he's not paying Nigeria duties. What does he give them in return? Check out how Yaradua and Jonathan came into power. Obasanjo came, said, Yaradua, I want you to contest. Yaradua said, I'm sick. He said, God will heal you. This is Obasanjo, very criminal fellow. After that, Yaradua said, I don't have money. This is WikiLeaks. Yaradua said, I don't have money. He said, Dangote, open the chest, give him money. Because he's in care of Nigeria's money looted by Obasanjo in care of Dangote. So it's this money. He said, open the war chest. Dangote, they said, drop
5 billion naira or however much.
Sponsored the campaign, put Yaradua in. Unfortunately for him, Yaradua was not like the other looting cabal. May God bless Yaradua. May God grant him heaven, paradise. Yaradua fought Dangote, Elumelu, all this cabal, Obasanjo. Read it from WikiLeaks. The caption is Disentangling Obasanjo. He overturned the sale of the refineries. They dashed refineries to Dangote. It's because of this cabal like Dangote that your refineries will never work. Because the oil cabal sabotaged the refineries to ensure that they were making that money, that fuel subsidy billions, them Dangote and co. Otedola, all this cabal, the oil cabal. The first thing they do is sabotage the refinery so that they can make that money. Again, they are sabotaging the refinery with the Kechuku and then Buhari once again to make sure your refineries do not work because Dangote is building his refinery. The minute your refinery does not work, his refinery stock goes up, skyrockets. Beggar-thy-countrymen, Dangote. He is the reason for the whole poverty in Africa. And he has the gumption. My God. I can continue on and on. They dash him. So when Yaradua came, let me not lose my chain of thought. When Yaradua came, Yaradua overturned the sale of the refineries to him. He accused Obasanjo's kitchen staff, according to WikiLeaks, of poisoning him. You think we don't know? They could not stand Yaradua. Yaradua fought Dangote on cement. Cement is another one. They dashed Dangote all the cement factories in Nigeria. They give it to him. BPE, El Rufai controlling BPE, Obasanjo time, they dash him these things at the lead, ridiculous price, no competition, no public, this thing. They dash him the cement plants anywhere. Anybody who tries to obstruct his sale of cement, he threatens to close down one plant. I'm going to lay off workers. Look at it. Yaradua back off cement because Yaradua wanted to break his monopoly. He could not stand it. He's a baby, pampered baby. He said back off cement. He threatened to, and these weak presidents would not tell him to go ahead. How many people does Dangote employ in his whole life in Nigeria? He doesn't employ more than 40,000 people. He and Atiku, Atiku, his fellow Halliburton thief, the two of them keep contesting that they are the highest employers in Nigeria. They don't employ more than 40,000 people. Small businesses are the highest employers. Small businesses employ over 80 million Nigerians. Not these big companies. Allow him to close down. Allow him to get out. But the government will be like, oh, he's going to close down one plant. Will threaten them. I'm going to close down one plant. Don't let Ibeto Cement. Ibeto Cement keeps complaining every day. He says, don't let Ibeto Cement import this thing. If they import it, I'm going to close down one plant. Jobs, workers will be laid off. And in the government will say, because of that, we are not going to compel him to reduce the price of cement. After dashing Dangote, tax-free, duty-free, tax exemption, in every concession, free land, Fashola, they will collect land from people, kick out the elders. Fashola told elders that do not let me be angry with you. Imagine. Anyway, then they will dash him land. Guess what? He sells his cement double the international price. Nigeria cement is twice the global price of cement. Beggar-thy-countrymen. Twice the international price of cement is how much Dangote sells cement for. 3,000 naira a bag divided by the rate that they give him dollars. 200 and something naira per dollar. He's selling cement at $10 a bag, 50 kg bag. Everywhere in the world is $5 a bag. Stealing money, making houses collapse, killing Nigerians. And he has the gumption. I'll go on again. Forex, the latest one. Then Buhari, Godwin Emefiele, starving the country saying they promised Dangote unfettered continuous access of dollars. Reuters wrote the article. Dangote was given $100 million gift based on the rates advantage. $100 million gift in just 4 months. That means then Buhari were giving him $500 million a year with the Forex subsidy scam. Emir Sanusi halad. You're making them millionaires, billionaires overnight. This is how Dangote has been looting the money and oppressing, suppressing, crippling, frustrating the masses. Baby, he cannot stand on his own. He cannot stand beside me or any of you in business. Baby. And he has the gumption to tell people that they are jobless. Hey, I don't hear him for Nigeria. Oh. Hey, this is Dr. Perry Brimmer.